You know there are gold nuggets out there that are free for the taking, just waiting for you to pick them up, and finding your own gold is an exciting and fun thing to do. The experts estimate that there are about $3 trillion worth of gold in the United States alone that's waiting to be recovered. And of course, huge amounts more in Mexico and Australia, Canada, and other places around the globe. So far, mankind has only scratched the surface when it comes to recovering gold. There is lots of gold to be found out there in the wild, still waiting to be recovered. So are you ready to go out there and get your share of that gold? I found pounds of gold during my years of prospecting and metal detecting and panning and doing other prospecting activities. Sometimes finding your own gold is as easy as just rolling aside a few rocks. Let me show you. You know, a while back I was out there in an old surface gold pit, basically a surface working where the old miners had dug for gold, and I had my metal detector and I was kind of cruising around, and I saw some small boulders, big cobbles, there sitting by the side, and I thought, boy, I wonder if those miners really did the job that they were supposed to do, or maybe if they left something behind for me. You know, the old miners weren't always as efficient and productive as they should have been, and sometimes they left some decent gold behind. So I saw these rocks and I rolled them aside. Let me show you what happened.
Well, I did get a signal here in the rocks, and I'm sure you'll be able to hear it. Now that's a signal that's going down and then up. You know, generally speaking, smaller targets on the SDC will go up and then down. So wee-oo, like that, that's up, down. And this one is a ooh-wee, which generally means a larger target or perhaps something iron. So the probability on this one is that it is iron trash, but there's no way to know. Not very many of the nuggets here have been of any size. In fact, I think the biggest one here that we've gotten, me and other friends have gotten, has been around 2 pennyweight. So I'm thinking it's trash, but there's not that much trash up here. So I'm in definite dig it all mode. So I will be digging this. So anyway, it's a target, and it was in among the rocks and hidden in under a big rock. So we'll see whether it's trash or gold. And so we'll see what this is. It's still, because there's not that much trash, I'm definitely in dig it all mode. So I will be digging it all. Okay, well, it's out of the hole. You can hear that. So I'm going to go ahead and dig it out. I think it's right here in the pile. Okay, that wasn't it. Okay, it's in the scoop. Let's see what it is. In my hand. Still in my hand. Oh, I felt something heavy. Oh my goodness. That's gold. It's a little bit bigger piece of gold. I'm guessing close to a pennyweight. Excellent. So I got paid good wages for moving those rocks. It only took me a couple of minutes. And I got a nice piece of gold. It wasn't a very loud signal, and it shows you that even a not very large nugget can still give the down-up signal on the SDC. Yeah, you can definitely hear that down-up. Wow. Excellent. Good gold. Yeah. We'll do some more detecting, and we'll find some more gold.
Now that you've seen how easy it is to find gold with a metal detector, maybe instead of watching videos like this one, you should be out digging your own gold yourself. Or at least maybe you should seriously look into what it takes to be successful in finding gold for yourself. There are many thousands of places where the old timers recovered gold by various methods, whether it's in the desert or in the mountains like I showed you in the video. There's lots of places, and there really are thousands of these places, especially in the western US, but also in the east and the south and the Appalachians and stuff like that. There's places where people have been recovering gold for a long time. A far larger number of places than most people would have imagined. When you're out there in those places looking for your own gold, you never quite know what you might find. I've had lots of days where I've found more than $1,000 worth of gold in a single day, and a really good number of days where I've found more than 500. Now, of course, I've had days where I find a lot less, but you never know what you're going to find. A friend of mine who was out in some old workings few years ago found a 75-ounce nugget, and he was able to sell it through an auction process for several $100,000. We're talking real money with that. You know, the old timers who worked these many different places to get some gold, you know, they never had anything remotely like a metal detector. We have technology that they never could have even imagined. The price of gold is moving up and setting all-time price records. You don't even really have to find that much for it to be worthwhile. So now is the time for you to get into this exciting activity and to really take the plunge and get into gold prospecting. I've been doing it for a lot of years and I really enjoy it. And like I say, I found pounds of gold to pay for my troubles. You know, gold is not always super easy to find, I freely admit that. But let me show you some of the gold that I have found over the years so you can see how very profitable it is for you to go out there and recover the gold that's out there waiting for the taking.
Here's a nice selection of gold that I got on a trip to Alaska. A couple of really big pieces there. The largest one is the lower one of the two. It weighs 3/4 of an ounce. But I just thought I'd show you some of this gold to give you an idea of what's really possible out there. Here's some gold that I metal detected and gold that I dry washed from the same spot. The gold on the right is the stuff that I found with my metal detector, but I was doing so well that I decided to dig up what dirt was there where I was detecting all these little nuggets and run it through my dry washer, and that's the gold on the left. And it was a lot of gold, you know, both ways, and really a nice find in California. Here's a group of nuggets I found with a metal detector in Nevada. You know, it's a nice collection, a nice set. Northern Nevada does produce some very nice nuggets. Here's a group of nuggets from a single patch that I found, most of this, all but maybe a couple of the smaller ones, in the middle of a roadbed. And it's a road that I had driven over dozens of times myself, and of course hundreds and maybe even thousands of people had driven over this same road and driven over many thousands of dollars worth of gold. This just gives you an idea of some of the things that you can find with a metal detector. Here's some gold that I found with a dredge, some nice nuggets and some nice finds. This was from California back in the day when dredging in California was still perfectly legal. You can take up some nice gold dredging. It really is a great way to find gold, but sadly for California, it's not anymore. But there's still other states where dredging is very much allowed. Here's some gold that I got from another trip to Nevada. You can see the three smaller pieces are more of a mossy type of gold, but they do have some quartz in them. And then the bigger one in the upper left is really more a wire type specimen. Still, this gold is worth a lot more than the bullion, the value of the gold that's contained within them, because they're valuable as specimens. Here's a group of nuggets that I found in California on a trip a couple years ago. The gold is water worn. It clearly has spent some time traveling in a stream. Here's some gold that I found on a different trip to Alaska. This is the stuff that I found with my metal detector. Now, I also ran a high banker and got a bunch more gold that's generally finer than this. But this is what I found with my metal detector working in the area of the mining pits wherein the miners were done with the area. They still left a little bit of gold behind, and this is kind of nice stuff. Here is some gold that I found on a trip to Western Australia some years ago. It's beautiful stuff. We traveled all around a certain part of Western Australia, generally in the neighborhood of Kew and Meekatharra. But we spent a couple of weeks, and I got some really nice gold. It's really beautiful stuff. And I want to point out that I get to travel all over the place. You know, I've been all over the western U.S., of course, but to Alaska several times, to Australia. I've even found gold in West Africa. It's just a great adventure to get out there and find your own gold. Here is some nuggets I found in an area in California. You can see these are all jagged. They haven't traveled in a stream or rolled around in a river. And, you know, it's several ounces here. The bigger pieces weigh around a half an ounce. And I just hope that by looking at this set of photos that I've been able to convince you that there really is gold out there for the taking. If you have the skills and you have the knowledge and you have the equipment and you put in the time, there really is gold to be found. And I hope maybe these pictures have given you just a little bit of gold fever.
If you want to learn more about what it takes to be successful in finding gold, then I have a video channel, which you're watching, Chris Ralph, Professional Prospector, but I have a library of more than 250 videos, many of which are about gold, but they also cover other topics, including platinum, gemstones, diamonds, and other related topics to geology and volcanoes and that sort of thing. I cover staking your own mining claims, as well as recognizing various gemstones and other opportunities for you to go out and be successful when you're out prospecting. You might want to check through my older videos. I have a whole bunch of them, like I say, more than 250, and I think that you'll find a whole bunch of them, if you're interested in this kind of topic, that you'll be wanting to watch and enjoy for yourself. My older videos really are quite an underused resource, especially for guys that are looking to get into the world of prospecting for gold and succeed at it and really go out there and find your own gold. I'll put a link in the description to some of my more popular videos, but the truth is, with 250 different ones, you'll probably want to go through the library, just scroll down through. When you hit a topic that's interest to you, yeah, go ahead and watch that. By watching those videos, you'll learn the key skills that you need to go out and find that gold that's out there sitting, waiting for you to take it, waiting for you to dig it and pick it up and put it in your pocket. Maybe you'll be another one to find, like my friend who found a 75-ounce nugget. Maybe you'll find one 75, 50, 25. Those things are worth huge amounts of money. And with the price of gold these days rocketing upwards, there's never been a better time for you to get into this activity and go out and find some gold for yourself. I don't have lots of gold that I bought someplace. I have in a safety deposit box pounds of gold that I've found myself over the years having a good time out in the mountains, out in the deserts, all over the place, having fun. Even a quarter of an ounce of gold is now worth more than $600. And I hope you understand that there really is this trillions of dollars of gold out there to be found. And now's the time to get into this and take a look. So follow along with my channel and really take a look at what I've got to say, because I will teach you the things you need to know to be successful in finding gold. And the truth is, if I've found pounds of gold over the years, there's no reason why you can't get out there and find some good gold for yourself too. I'm also on Facebook, where my page is called The Professional Prospector, and I have lots of good information there that you might want to take a look at as well. I even wrote a big long book about prospecting for gold and geology and related topics that I think would be very helpful. It rates very highly from among the people who've bought it, and it's called Fistful of Gold. Now, successful prospecting is all about what you know and what you understand. And so that book is really a helpful thing. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my book right now. This is my book, Fistful of Gold. It's an encyclopedia of everything you need to know to go out and find gold for yourself. It distills down my 45 years of experience out in the field prospecting, as well as my degree in mine engineering. It's, like I say, an encyclopedia. There's a lot to it. It's over 250,000 words long, hundreds of pages with hundreds of illustrations, teaching you what you need to know about geology, about mining districts, about techniques of finding gold. It covers metal detectors, sluicing, panning, dry washing, high bankers, you name it, it's covered in there. It talks some about platinum and diamonds, but it's mostly about gold because gold is more widespread. It is not so much a book about where to find gold, but a book about how to find gold. Because even if you have a location where gold was mined in the past and you go out there, well, where should you look to be successful in your prospecting, to find the gold that's there? This is the book that's going to tell you that information. I spent most of 10 years writing this book, so I thought a long time about it. It's got, like I say, lots of information and lots of illustrations, and I've had results from people who bought it. It's available on Amazon, but I recommend buying it through High Plains Prospectors, and I'll put a link in the description for buying this book through them. They have a better price than Amazon, and I have a special deal that I'll tell you a little bit more about, where you can get a 5% discount from the price even with that. On Amazon, the book rates a 4.7 out of 5, which means that of all the people that have bought it, they've been really highly satisfied, and I think you, if you buy my book, will be just as highly satisfied as well. Now let's talk a little bit more about High Plains Prospectors. They're a prospecting shop, a mail order prospecting shop that I've partnered with. The deal is that I can get you a 5% discount, a coupon code, and I'm going to put the code to that right here. It's just Chris Ralph, all caps with no space between Chris and Ralph. You put that in there as a discount code and you'll get 5% off their already really good prices. I think it's a great deal where you win by getting a discount, I get a little percentage of that, and they get new business. So if you need prospecting supplies, High Plains is really the way to go. And I'll put information, like I say, in the description more about how you can work with them, because I'm working with them. They really are great guys, a great company. For even more information, I also have a website, and I'm going to show you my webpage and talk a little bit more about that right now.
This is my webpage. It's located at NevadaOutbackGems.com. You can Google it, or I have a link down in the description below. But there's lots of information here, miscellaneous stuff, pictures, some historic information as well, stories. It's got a lot of great fun stuff. You'll probably be interested in it.
Now, on all of my YouTube videos, I encourage you guys to ask questions. If you have thoughts, comments, suggestions for things that I ought to look at in my videos, things that you want to find out more about, and I answer 100% of my questions. There's not very many YouTubers out there that answer 100% of their questions. I'm one of the few. And so I will do my best to answer what you have. I mean, I only can write so much. Sometimes the answer is something where I'm going to recommend that you buy the book and read about it. I also ask that you subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification so that every time I come out with a new video, you'll be able to watch it. And like I say, I cover a huge amount of topics. I also have 250 videos that I've already done. And so you can go back through my catalog of videos on YouTube. I'm sure there'll be many videos there that you'll want to take a look at, especially if you have any interest in gold or platinum, diamonds, gemstones, geology, and that sort of stuff. my YouTube site is going to be right up your alley. So I'll see you again real soon. We'll be out in the field and I'm back in the office at the whiteboard, and whether we're looking at gold or platinum, diamonds, gemstones, or other interesting geology, it's going to be fun. You're going to enjoy it, and we'll see you again real soon.